The last time I was on this stage, it was almost exactly 2 years ago. And I was up here talking about how I was still out dancing 2 or 3 nights a week, and I was feeling so good in my body, having finally come home to myself. And then we decided that as a society, we were going to go on break for a couple of weeks, let the germs pass, and that was 2 years ago. And I want you to know that I did keep dancing through the pandemic, and I did it on Zoom. And I don't know who has had the misfortune of taking a dance class on Zoom. It is really difficult because the teacher says, move your right foot. And you look at the mirrored screen, and it's the left foot, and your body puts the left foot out, and your brain goes, no, dummy, she said right. And by the time you've caught up to this, they're 3 moves ahead, and you have to go, excuse me, teacher, and make a whole bunch of noise so that they notice you in the middle of their dance class and can tell you which foot you're supposed to be on. So, and that was about the sum total of my movement for 2 years. And we hit the beginning of 2022, and I was back in in-person dance classes, but I had lost like all of the strength and tone because you don't work as hard when you're at home. And this was brought to my attention when we started doing moves in class, and I didn't have the core strength and fell into a split. And all the little 20-year-olds out there were like, good job, Em, you got your split. And I'm going, no, I don't, that really hurt. And so I decided that as an act of love for myself, I was gonna get my body back together. I am turning 40 in a few months. Yeah, clap for that, somebody ought to. And I was gonna go ahead and start bringing back the last 2 years of Netflix and chill. And I said I'll start slow because the splits had proved to me that I did not have the ability to start fast. So I went to yoga. I decided that that was a smart place to start fitness. And yoga is wonderful. Yoga is just an active nap. You just go in and you sort of move things around and you feel so refreshed and good. And then there is inevitably a hipster coffee shop next door and you go, oh, I feel so good. I'm gonna get a lavender latte and some avocado toast and just treat myself and my body correctly. And by the time you've left, you've actually taken in all the calories that you might have burned in your active nap of yoga. So then I was like, maybe I need a different kind of yoga. And I went to Kundalini yoga. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. It is wonderful. It is 90 minutes of hyperventilating. And that's what you do. And I walk in and the teacher's like this big and she's dressed all in white and she has a bunch of essential oils. And she tells us we're gonna breathe through our nose really fast. And she has a nasal whistle, which must be really handy if you teach Kundalini yoga, because then everyone knows how fast you're supposed to be breathing. And you go, and you do this for a long time, and all of a sudden, this tiny little woman in white, like an army drill sergeant, goes, suspend the breath! And you stop. And you hold your breath until you think you're gonna die, and then they chant in Sanskrit and you go home. And that's the class. And it did not burn any more calories than normal yoga did. And so finally I said, all right, I'm just gaining even more weight here with all my hipster coffee houses. And I said, I'm gonna go to a place that actually says fitness in the name. So I went to a fitness studio and they had bar classes. And for those of you who aren't dancers, bar is like where you just do these little stretches over and over again. And I said, perfect, that sounds easy too. It's just stretching. And I go in, having found it online, and the whole studio is covered in pink sequins. And they have big hearts all over the wall that say, you're sexy. Y-O-U-R. Ooh, I know. As an English teacher, it hurt me. But I stayed, and the instructor showed me a really nice neon pink light to stand underneath. And he says, okay, everyone, we're gonna start with pliés. And I'm like, great. And the music starts, and it is a club mix of like best of 1989 through 95. And as you're doing your pliés and this and that, in the background you hear shots, 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 shots. And I'm going, this is like the club. This is fun. And my brain goes, we haven't done fun for 2 years and we will not be starting now. So I'm kind of terrified to be there because I don't remember what fun feels like, and I definitely don't know how to spell your in the same way that they do. And I go home that night And I'm getting really depressed at this point because I'm like, I don't remember how to move anything. I don't remember how to exist in this world. Maybe I should just go back to Netflix and chill for 2 more years. What can it hurt? I'm almost 40. I'm practically dead. And we're sitting there having dinner, and my 8-year-old daughter isn't eating. And I say, what's wrong, baby? And her very helpful little brother goes, she's worried about getting fat. Like little brothers do. And I said, sweet girl, you don't need to worry about that. And she said, Mom, everyone worries about their body. You do. And for all of my trying to be feminist and body positive, my insightful daughter had not missed the fact that I didn't move like I used to and didn't look as happy in my body as I used to. And I said, you know what, sweetie, I feel that. I said, but I'm happy with my body. I can do everything I want it to do, except the splits. And you should be happy in your body. And yes, we have developed some rough habits over the last 2 years, and you and I need to get back to moving a little bit more and feeling good and healthy. But my body is beautiful, and so is yours. And so I will be teaching that lesson to my daughter by going to spin class and Tai Chi next week, because this body can do anything that I want it to do, no matter what age it is. Thank you.